Hello and welcome to Daniel playing Starbound. This game just had a big update. I've been playing it, well, I have played it a lot in the past. I forget how many hours, but lots and lots of hours put into this game. And they recently had a really big update, and I'm just kind of trying to see what's going on with it. So, the biggest thing I noticed, if you've played this game before, you notice my ship is beat to shit. So they've added ship upgrades, which is interesting and useful because that was one of my main complaints. Another thing they added was this ship artificial intelligence. Instead of just having a little console you pull up here, you actually talk to somebody, that is your AI, who gives you missions, which makes more sense than the previous way, which was you just had missions. There was nothing really different. Also, I think I just noticed, oh, you move slower backwards now. That's unfortunate. So, I went through the basics of getting my stuff out of the locker so I could go to the planet. So, let's see what's below. This place looks nice. So, we got some potatoes, and I learned how to make mashed potatoes, evidently. And same old little crate thingies for money. So it's running a little janky. It might be because I'm running the OpenGL version. I thought that might be better for recording, but I don't know. So a shield, which I don't really use. Plant fiber is always good, and a bandage. That's always great too. And instantly it's nighttime. Oh yeah, and I need to pick up this, which I believe I can do. Yes, I press R and it swaps to my little ray gun, which is my multi-tool basically. It's a pickaxe, it's a shovel, it's everything, but it's also terrible. And a regular stone pickaxe is better. So I'm going to start off by actually collecting some. Oop. Yeah. And so this game, you might recognize, looks a lot like Terraria. It, however, is not Terraria. And the way you can tell, more than anything, besides the fact that I'm a robot, is that background objects, instead of being a separate item, they are actually the same thing. They are just more cobblestone, for example. So when I took down that background, it went into my inventory as cobblestone. Which I hope that whenever Terraria 2 happens, they take that same system, because I quite disliked having to have background items separately, and then you like transform them and you get a bunch. Combat! Yeah, that's pretty much the same. Oh, but they added a right click for two-handed weapons, which is new. Also, these little bugs evidently I can kill. So the right click is obviously shield. There's some coal down there, which tells me I should get it. Although I should probably make that pickaxe. I'm not exactly sure how many cobble I need to make a cobblestone pickaxe, but it is kind of a silly thing. I'm making a pickaxe out of cobblestone. Oh well. Alright, that's gotta be enough. So, what's crafting? C? Hey, I've got memory. And we want a wooden crafting table, which means we have to make wood planks. We want to make all the wood planks we can possibly make. Make a crafting table. Hey, look. Yep. So I gotta kill a monster with a hunting bow or hunting spear. That's new. And cook it on the campfire to produce cooked steak. That's my next mission. And I can afford to make a bow. Oh, what about... Nope, doesn't mention hunting spear anywhere in there. So, we'll take the bow. Bow is the first ranged weapon, and in the previous iterations of this game, it would be a long time before you would get another tool like it. So, I'm actually going to beam back up to my ship and put down the crafting table. I could put it down there, but once my ship gets mobile, then I would have to go and make another one, so that's a little obnoxious. Instead, I'm just going to toss this sucker right here, That was actually not where I wanted, but oh well. Doesn't matter. I can now make everything in the crafting table. Woo! But what do I actually want to make? Oh, I wanted to make a pickaxe. So there's hunting spear. I need unrefined wood. Let's see. Pick. Oh, I guess you can't make a pickaxe. Yeah. Well, I guess not. How about that? What can I make? Yarn spinner. That's good for some types of clothing. In the earliest versions of the game, it was actually the best clothes you could get from the yarn spinner, which was kind of funny. You'd have this, you know, you'd have platinum or whatever, and the best clothing was some like wool clothing. I think they just messed up on the values or something. But I think they fixed that a while ago. So a furnace, that's important for making ingots for anybody who's ever played Minecraft. Gunpowder, that's a new thing. And anvil will be important. That's probably how I start making pickaxes, assuming I don't start actually making upgrades to my matter manipulator, which would be my ideal. But let's see, I need 10 bars of refined copper before I can upgrade my matter manipulator. We need 20 core fragments from the planet below. I don't know what core fragments are. So, teleport back to planet, and go back to my weapon. And I guess I will continue digging. So coal is actually starship fuel in this game, as well as making torches, which is kind of an interesting thing to have to worry about. I could go digging deep to look for ore, but generally that's not worth it. It's better to just explore. Or because you'll find stuff way better that way. And nothing down here. Whoa. So still nothing. Except we got these guys with these plants, which you can barely see. If I go back to my metal manipulator, I can actually bust them off, and they give me plant fibers, which is what I make bandages out of. So, essential. It's always nice to find them, especially early in the game. They're very valuable. And I could collect more, but I'm going to be lazy. So, hello little guy. Oh, he survived. Oh, I should have hit him with my bow. I'm an idiot. Oh, rice. Sweet. So all these plants that I'm picking up, I can then replant later. Not the petals from the flowers, but the potatoes and the rice and whatnot. Ugh. God, I'm about dead. Shit, I better bandage myself. Oop. So you kind of just eat bandages. They give you a temporary buff that heals you. And hey, there we go. Murdered! Raw steak, sweet. So I can get that one done. So all I have to do is take down this tree, get some raw logs so I can make a fire, and then we're good. Come on, guy. Knock down. Yay. Okay. So now I can make a fire whenever I feel like it and start that process. But now that it's day, I would actually like to travel and try to find some copper. Some surface copper. That's always good. So we'll ignore these guys because they're ignoring us. And I will take this chest. The reason I'm picking chests is because you put them down inside your ship for storage. Man, this is a plant rich. Oh, nice. So before, anytime you harvested a crop, it got rid of it. And you had to replant it. But now they seem to stick around. I noticed that with the rice back there too, but I didn't know if that was something special or if it was just a visual effect. So that's cool. The potatoes are tubers, so they come out and are completely gone, which makes sense. Get some blue petals in here. It's raining. Fantastic. Oh, I died. So I'm playing on casual, mostly just to play with it and try it out. If I, as it mentions there, I lost 30% of my pixels on death. If you go on a harder difficulty. You on medium, you start losing. They say resources. I don't know what they mean by that, but that's what they say. So let's store some crap here. So I don't need that, or that. And we'll get rid of that, but actually I do need the logs. Did I? Ah, they're up there. Okay, so we'll get rid of this other stuff I don't need. Keeping the logs, keeping the chests. The chest I'm actually going to lay down on top of here for now. And I need to make a campfire. Craft. And because we are heathens, I am going to lay this campfire in the middle of my spaceship. It's a genius idea. So we're going to cook there, get that quest done. Hey, look at that! Maybe we should craft a hoe and find some seeds. Make more advanced items. You need to craft a stone furnace. With a crafting table with a stone furnace, you may be able to smelt raw ores into metal bars. Alright, so my current quest, what is that? Quests. Okay, so it's to craft a stone furnace. That's what I need to do. So that's easy. I have all the stone I need, I believe. And all... Oh, now I need the campfire. Let's just pick this one right back up again. And campfire craft. There we go. Oh, damn it. I didn't want to craft a campfire. I wanted to craft a stone furnace with the campfire. So now I need iron and copper. No, yeah, smelt some copper to make copper bars. Unfortunately, I have not found copper yet. But I will put this guy down here and put a campfire on top of him. Because I still need to cook. And unfortunately, to cook in this game, you need a campfire until you actually make a kitchen table, I believe, or something like that. Or a stove, I forget. I think it seems like it was weird and wasn't actually a stove that you had to make. So we're good there. Let's go back down, leave the planet. And let's go the other way, because I didn't find any copper immediately. Sometimes it's worth going the other direction. And so the number one way we're going to be able to tell that we have cycled around is that we'll start seeing stuff that is plants that are already harvested, because I tend to always harvest the plants. So I'm going to do that now. Oh, I got corn. Man, this is just a plant-rich... Ooh, iron ore. A steel hunting spear. 3 of them, actually. I guess that's a throwing weapon. And some other crap. So... once again, we're going to steal a chest. Although there are definitely better chests in the world. I'm just grabbing the ones I find. For now. So... ooh, and wheat. Man, just everything on this planet. They must have increased, like, what is where. Like, because it used to be planets would have only a single type of vegetable on them, or maybe 2 if you're lucky. Oh yeah, this guy is a random effect generator. So sometimes it does damage, sometimes it gives me a speed boost, just who knows. In this case, it poisoned me. Fortunately, it's not a very terrible poison. So I'm not too worried about it. And, man, oh, here's a camp. So this is someone else's camp I'm coming on. I don't see them, though, which is good. And they have lots of interesting stuff. So I can break these pots. This guy right here is better than a chest. It's a crate. The wood crates aren't great. The metal crates are fantastic. And a tent, which heals me. Yay! It also does aura of some sort? I don't know. Oh, let's invite to party. Okay. I don't know what that is. So, these tents, totally worth getting for relocating. purposes. Porpoises. Relocating porpoises. I can't even make a joke. Ah, yes, it's one of these guys. Sweet. Well, this probably means lots of enemies, which is unfortunate. Ooh, he's a charger. That's unfortunate. But it also means lots of loot, potentially. Oh, he's recovering. Lame! I did not know they could do that. Go away. Ah, so silver pickaxe. Didn't even have to make one. I was lucky enough to find one. So I don't think I've ever found a silver pickaxe this early. Normally they're like, you're way over leveled for anything like that. And so I was not. And I'm very happy for that. I will take it. Because that will increase my mining speed significantly. So it looks like touching guys doesn't hurt you anymore, which is great. I hated that. That was one of the more annoying parts of this game. Was that just touching guys would kill you. And now it looks like they have to attack. Which is fantastic. Oop, R. Yep. Always take steel crates. So, and I also keep forgetting I now have a... Ooh. Go away. Good. So yeah, if you notice in the wood crates, the ones that are the same size as the steel crates have 8, and the ones that have 16 are these big guys. And these guys have 16 slots, even though they're smaller. So that's pretty fantastic. And unfortunately, it is nighttime again, which means I can't see ores. Oh, the roof is right there. Can't see the roof either. That has stairs going into it, which is a little strange. Ooh. There's fall damage, as you just saw. And that sucks. Light. There we go. Hey, I can see a little bit. There we go. So the closing of things is a little weird. I keep not closing things because I expect it to just work. Oh, hello. He killed me. I did not even see him. I was pretty low on health, and I wasn't doing anything. Lost 30% of my pixels. I don't have a lot of pixels right now, so it doesn't really matter. And I can press escape to skip that, but I forgot until I was pretty much done, and then it said it. So I have some iron ore, but I still haven't got any copper ore, which I got to get to do the mission. I do have these steel crates, which are fantastic. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of them. So there's a 3D printer. And so what I can do is take one of these guys. No, I just want one. Where did that get? Where'd he go? I don't know how to get just one. Okay. So I'll take one of these guys and put him into the 3D scanner. It'll scan it. It costs me 75, which I think I can afford. Oh yes, right there. 313 pixels. So we'll scan it. And now I can make a new one for 300 pixels. Right now, that's very expensive, but later on in the game, it will be cheap, and if I don't find enough of these guys, I now have an infinite supply. It cost me a little bit of money, but that's okay. So now I can stack these up here, and so now I have way more storage. Yay! Alright, so let's go back down to the planet. And grimace at the fact that it's nighttime again. We'll go this way as fast as we can. Evidently he's a bad guy. So he did body slam, which is like a jump. And see, now this race is regrown. Which brings up a good point. My method of looking at the stuff that's had plants, or their stuff pulled off of it, will not work. Because they regrow. Which is great and all, but not very helpful in this case. Goodbye, you little guy. Ooh, he just ran into the water. Let me go get those pixels. What with me losing so many? All 30 of them. More tomatoes. Yeah, that regrowth is really nice. I'm glad they added that. It's one of the things the game was kind of missing before. It just took so long to plant stuff over and over again. Made it not really worth farming, except for the fact that the best food items you could cook, or the best healing items you could cook. Way better than bandages, you know, for the bots. I think it was a bolt soup or something like that. And there was key lime pie, and it was like shaped like a key. Because, you know, robots. So, yeah. And most planets, at least historically, only had one thing of interest on them, basically. You'd find one temple, one cave system like I found, that type of thing. Occasionally you'd see two. And I think some of them had stuff like deep underground. But by and large, it was two. So, I'm in pretty rough shape here. I need to craft some bandages. Fortunately, that is a base crafting item. I do not have to spend anything to do it. So now I eat some bandages and there we go. Back up. And potato. Mostly potato. Oh, I interrupted him. He was having a nice rest underneath a tree. Him too. Or not the tree, I don't know, cliff? Overhang? Overcliff? Hangover? Hello, nether tent. Still don't know what that little shield symbol is. Maybe I'm protected when I'm in there? I don't know. I'm taking that though, and that. My campfire. So, heat is a thing in this game, and a campfire can keep you pretty warm. Last time I knew, atmosphere didn't really matter. So, you could go into some place that was really cold, but had no atmosphere, like a asteroid field. And, oh shit. Oh shit! That's not good. Whew! I made it. Go into like an asteroid field and set down a campfire to keep yourself warm, which is pretty funny. So there's a flying creature up there. Flying creatures have always been very annoying in this game. Doesn't look like he's coming after me. But a lot of them will unfortunately be ranged and flying. So it can be very difficult to get to him. The bow, of course, is important to help with that. But, ooh, a double chest. Rusty spear. They really need a damage comparator. So, this guy is more damaging, his DPS is higher, but I don't want him, partly because he's slower, but partly because he's actually a stabbing weapon, so he lunges forward with it instead of overhead, like this guy. So you don't get that swing. That swing is very critical. So I'm going to backtrack just a little and make sure I did not miss anything of interest back here. And you can break the background to give yourself light to a certain point down into the ground. Ooh. Jug? That was bad. I got a flare out of there. That makes sense. It was underwater. And flares normally can go into the water. So, yeah. That's the trick there. Ooh. There we go. And, uh-oh. He got clever. And did a fair amount of damage to me. So, now that I've got those crates, I'm going to stop bothering to get these chests. They're pretty much worthless at this point. They were useful if I hadn't have found those crates so soon, but normally it's several planets before you find those crates. And can just, you know, go mad with storage. So, chests are good, but the big problem with chests is they don't stack. Stacking is important. Mucho importante. Man, why is there no surface copper on this planet? I don't want to have to dig down. I also need to stop getting hit. Yeah, the slower movement backwards is a new thing to me, and it really does change the way I play. So, I guess that's a good thing. Man, wherever that cave was, this is a pretty large planet, it seems. There's a pedal there, which suggests maybe I've already been out here. I don't think I made it out here before, so maybe it just happens to be an open pedal. Definitely don't remember that chasm there. We're gonna go back in and look for anything interesting. So there's a light down there, which is interesting. Oh, it's one of those guys. Okay. Oh, no, I don't want to go down there yet. I don't really have anything to get me back up, is why I'm avoiding going way down. So, two-handed hammer. Hammers tend to be good, but the speed is really slow. The DPS is high, but the sync speed is so low that it's gonna take forever, unless I'm mistaken on understanding how this stuff works. And then this guy is almost the same as this guy, so yeah, like that is super slow. Not good. This game is largely about speed. Faster the better. So no copper clearly up there. Is that copper there, or is that... No, that's just coal. Yeah, let's go down. Got a good opportunity to do it. Iron. And more bad guys who want to murder me. These with a very small hitbox. Let's see. Oh, yeah, see, there's no light coming in from my breakthroughs up there. So I'd have to start using torches, which I can. Oh, there's copper. That was a worthwhile torch. Alright, are you going to come after me? No. Okay. That's what I thought. So... I like the little notes they make when you hit now. That's pretty nice too. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. Torch. Yeah, and yeah. And you can reach pretty far with this thing, which is nice. I mean, compared to most games, reaching several times your body length to place items is convenient. Yeah, just look how much faster this mines stuff than our stupid little matter manipulator. It'll be okay once we get some levels in it or something, but previously I don't believe you could upgrade it. I think after you got your first pickaxe, it was worthless. And I believe I would stop even bothering to bring it along. So, nothing else down there. Oop. Nope, come on. Ah! Oh yeah, keep forgetting. Nope, not worth it. So I could be getting more of this copper, make more torches, which I think I'm going to do at least a little of. Because I'm tired of not being able to do anything at night, and when I'm in these caves, it's pretty important. It looks like it gets darker sooner when you go deep. Before, and maybe I'm just like in a bit of a valley or something like that, but before it always seemed like you get pretty far down before that trick no longer applied. But oh well. So another thing I just noticed, my pickaxe is almost dead already, which is negative. So they don't actually break like Minecraft. What they do is they wear out, and then you have to take them back to an anvil and repair them. Which is obnoxious, but it's alright. It's better than it completely breaking. I may have just standard corrected. It seems to have shattered. Which I don't think it did it before. That stinks. Because it will be a while before I get another silver pickaxe. Oh well. Let's go back to the ship. So when I'm over here, I can't beam up. But when I'm where there is no background, I can beam up. There is a certain depth at which that stops working as well. Alright, so we can at least complete the copper bar. Oh, that's interesting. So you forge it now. That is new. Before, what you did is you smelted like Minecraft. you actually had to put the items in there and wait some amount of time for them to smelt, which was kind of silly. I mean, it was only in there because it was in Minecraft. There was no good reason to make you wait there. So I'm glad they got rid of that. That makes sense. Well, we're at 30 minutes here. I'm going to go ahead and call it for now. Me and Aaron may end up playing this together. We've played it a ton before. We may play it some more. We'll just have to see what happens, but it looks like a good update. They've added several things that make it better. I don't know. Late game was always kind of lame. It really just felt like you were doing the same thing over and over again at slightly higher damage values with attacks and whatnot. So hopefully they fix that up a little bit. The bosses are pretty good in this game, but there weren't enough of them. You know, Terraria had like 8 or 9 bosses, and all of them were great. You know, and there was some similarities between a few of them, because there was like Skeletor and then Mecha Skeletor, Metal Skeletor, whatever his name was. Skeletron, that was it. And both of those were fun, even though they were very similar. So hopefully this game has a few more bosses in it now, or will by the time it actually ships, because technically this is another early access game. But either way, it's a fun game. If you liked Terraria and want something more, well, more is not the right word. Grander might be the better word. Content-wise, it's not quite as deep. It's a little bit more shallow, but the scale is bigger. You know, you go to multiple planets, and planets have interesting stuff on them. There's room for growth in that, but it's pretty good. I like it. So, have fun.